Christian Drapeau on tehnyt kantasoluihin keskittynyttä tieteellistä tutkimusta yli 20 vuotta, ja hän on matkustanut ympäri maailmaa löytääkseen kasveja, jotka tukevat kantasolujen toimintaa.
Can we actually reverse time?
Tough questions. I don't know if we can reverse time, but we can definitely do things in the body to make your body behave and be like, let's say, you were 20 years ago from a functional standpoint. So yeah, that is possible.
So it's possible by using stem cells and everything that comes within activating them and taking the intelligence into how our body works and things like this?
Correct. I mean, the thing to understand is that we're born with red marrow that makes stem cells. Very early in life, red marrow converts into fatty marrow that does not make stem cells. Stem cells are your repair system. So as your entire body is constantly in the process of tissue turnover, meaning you lose cells every day, they're replaced every day with stem cells. But if as you age, you have fewer and fewer stem cells, there's a point where you don't have enough stem cells to offset cellular loss. And that's when you start to experience aging. So this is at some point in your 30s. So if we can put more stem cells in circulation, we just give back to the body its own ability to repair. So you can be, let's say, in your 40s and 50s and just repair or recover like you did in your 20s. That's the idea.
So how do we do this?
Well, I started working on this 20-some years ago, and I was studying the effect of a plant at the time that I was working with, which is blue-green algae from Klamath Lake, trying to understand why people experience benefit touching heart function, other people lung function, other people pancreas, liver, skin, brain. And we had no understanding of the mechanism of action. And then we discovered after some time that this blue-green algae was working by triggering the release of stem cells from the bone marrow, putting more stem cells in circulation. After documenting the mechanism of action, the active compound, proof of concept, and all of this, I went on to a sort of a world tour to study plants from all around the world that had been documented over centuries to be associated with a broad variety of health benefits, with the thought that maybe they're working just like this blue-green algae by releasing stem cells. So right now I have a series of plants that have been shown to trigger the release of stem cells. So you take these plants and we can count within a matter of 2-3 hours a very significant increase in the number of circulating stem cells. So boosting your body's ability to repair.
So which plants are we talking about here?
So this blue-green algae was the first one. And then we looked at, for example, medicinal mushroom, goji berries, adaptogens, things that are known to be associated with many kinds of benefits. But where we really discovered like amazing plants is when I had a chance to go to Madagascar, for example. In Madagascar, they have many species of aloe, like 60-something species. But there is one that they use to make a product called vahona. And they use this for all kinds of health issues. So I put my hand on some of this product, vahona. We tested it in the lab, and so far it is the strongest product to release stem cells. So within about 2-3 hours of consumption, you almost double the number of stem cells in circulation. The next one, I had a chance as I was traveling in China to ask a number of biochemists, if you're lost on an island and you can only bring one plant from China, which one would it be? And to my surprise, they all said sea buckthorn berry. So I started to dig into the literature, and I found, so sea buckthorn berry has been used for 2,000 years in traditional Chinese medicine, Mongolian medicine, Tibetan medicine, for disease or problem of the lung, the heart, the cardiovascular system, the pancreas, to speed up recovery from bone fractures, burn to the skin. So it seemed to fit the picture. So I worked with a farm on the Tibetan plateau. We derived an extract, we tested it, it puts more stem cells in circulation. So right now the plants that we have that I'm working with are blue-green algae, Aloe macroplada, sea buckthorn berry, Panax notogensin, and then an extract from Fucus kelp.
So yes, we have the Finnish sea buckthorn berry, which is very popular here. Is it different to the Chinese one?
It's the same species, but sea buckthorn berry, its bioactive will be different depending on what environment it's coming from. So when it comes from harsh environment at high altitude, it has a different kinds of biochemistry. So we take our sea buckthorn berry from the Tibetan plateau. Now, it was brought down by Alexander the Great, actually some 2,500 years ago. It was brought down. Now it's available everywhere along, the Mediterranean, even in America. But it comes from high altitude in Asia, Tibetan plateau, Mongolia, and so that's the one we're working with.
Okay, so do you take the whole berry or just certain bits of it?
We use the whole berry to derive the extract that we're using in our product.
Thinking about our viewers now, how should they start if they want to start activating their stem cells production? Where to start?
I mean, there's different things that you can do to really support stem cell in the body. A strong, severe, or intense physical activity will put more stem cells in circulation. Fasting for more than 3 days will put more stem cells in circulation. Stress, anxiety, cigarette smoking, alcohol will reduce the ability of stem cells to do repair in the body. So there's a lot of things that we can do to support our own stem cells. Now, to put more stem cells in circulation, at this point, really the best is those plants, that I'm talking about. So we collectively put all these plants in a product that is called Stem Regen. So you take this product, you will release your own stem cells. So these stem cells now you can start at any time. Most people worry about their health when they lost it.
Yeah.
So people start to do something when they have a problem. And stem cells being the repair system of the body, by putting more stem cells in circulation, it will help the body to repair. If you go into someone who's younger, like in their early 30s, 20s, they have plenty of stem cells. However, if you go to the gym, you work out like super hard, you will see that even in your 20s, if you put more stem cells in circulation, you recover much faster. So this is the kind of thing that you can start doing with your own stem cells.
How would you advise doing more than a 3-day fasting? With water, with nothing, dry fasting, or which way would you advise?
I have never done dry fasting. In my understanding of fasting, but this is probably limited, I've done a lot of it in the years past. But dry fasting to me is just not the right thing to do. I mean, you need water and liquids to be able to detoxify and help the body really eliminates its toxin and get all the benefits for fasting. I would do the fasting on water. I've done it on several times, 20 days, 21 days, and it's amazing for what it does to the body. But obviously you cannot fast forever. So there's a point where if the aim is releasing stem cells, then you can rely on other strategies.
So anybody who wants to know more, how can they find you? How can they find this information?
So a lot of my work is on our website, which is stemregen.co. And I simplify and explain a lot of that on my social media channels. So on either TikTok, Instagram, Stem Cell Christian. So I put a lot of material there. So that's probably the best place to find a lot of the material. If you want to dig more into science, well, just put my name, stem cells, on PubMed, and you can get all the studies that we have published so far.